Yo, what up, YouTube? So, on today's video, we are going to be talking about how to build deeper and more genuine friendships in your life. But before we get into that, let me start off by telling you a story that you might be able to relate to. This story actually it comes from an ancient proverb. I believe it was either a Hindu or Buddhist proverb, but I'm not completely sure. But anyways, the story goes that there were two different families traveling across the road. This is thousands of years ago in the past, so it's medieval times. These two families are traveling to the same city. And the first family, as they're coming down this road towards the city, they encounter someone whose job it is to welcome new travelers into the city. And as they're approaching him, he yells out and he says, "Welcome to the city." And in response, they say, "Hey, what are the people like in the city? How are the citizens like here?" And the guy, he responds with a question. And he asks them how the people were in their last city. And immediately the family gets tense and angry and sad. And they begin to say that the people in their last city were terrible and just shitty individuals and selfish and rude and angry, and that they absolutely hated their last city, and that's why they wanted to leave to come to this new city. And the welcomer, he tells them with a frown on his face, he tells them that unfortunately the people in this city are the exact same way. The people here are selfish and rude and sad and angry, and that they're probably not going to be happy here. So the family, upset, they leave and just go on right past the city, and they keep going on their travels. But there's two families. So the second family, they come down that road and they encounter that same exact guard at the gate to the city. And he welcomes them. And they ask the same exact question. They ask, "Hey, how are the people in the city? What are they like?" And the guard responds and he says, "Okay, I have a question for you. How are the people in your last city?" And this time around, the family, they're smiling and they're happy. And they say that the people in their last city were absolutely amazing. They were selfless and they were kind and they were sweet and they were genuine and they were authentic. But they had to leave because of circumstances. But the people in their last city were absolutely amazing. And the guard responds with a smile. And he says, "You are absolutely going to love the city because the people here are the same exact way. The people here are kind, they're smart, they're genuine, they're authentic, they're sweet, they're selfless." Same guard, same city, same question. So what does that tell you? The point of that story is that it's not about where we go in this world. It's not so much about the external circumstances. It's about who we are inside and what attitude we bring into our environment around us. Because in the same exact environment, if you come in with a positive, happy, open mindset, and you are talking to people and you're smiling and you're being an open, energetic person, who people would want to be around, then that is going to attract like energy into your life. But if you already have the assumption that everybody else is just so terrible and that they are toxic and selfish and that they're all out to get you, then that is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, in my own life, I have moved to many new cities on my own just to force myself to grow and to be open and to meet new people. I've moved to Hawaii alone. I've moved to Mississippi alone. I've moved to Arizona alone. And right now I moved to Bucharest, Romania, all on my own. I arrived here about 3 days ago. And everyone was telling me like, "Oh, the people in Eastern Europe are so rude and they're racist and XYZ." And I arrived here and the people are just like anywhere else. I'm making amazing friends and I'm out having fun and I'm chilling, bro. But it's all rooted in the mindset of just believing that people in general are not bad people. The average person that you meet in day-to-day life is not a bad person. They want to meet new people. They want to make new friends. So you need to make yourself open. You need to talk to new people. You need to assume that people want to be talked to. The simplest way to make new friends is just to go freaking talk to people. Stop getting in your own head and stop overthinking things and just be an open individual. And there was actually a scientific research paper that looked over interactions between complete strangers. And it essentially measured how much. So basically how the study went down was two people would begin to talk, and after they talked, they would question both parties of that interaction. And they noticed that when people were questioned, that people innately assumed that the other person did not enjoy talking to them. But on the other hand, when somebody rated their own experience with the other person, they almost always enjoyed that interaction with the stranger. So basically what that says is that oftentimes how much enjoyment we think that someone gets out of talking to us is completely out of touch with reality. We assume that people don't enjoy talking to us, when the fact of the matter is that when we talk to complete strangers, typically more often than not, they enjoy that interaction as much as we do. We assume that people don't want to be talked to, that people are just closed off and just in their own worlds, but people want to be talked to. People are missing out on genuine connections in this day and age. People are lonely. People are so isolated. So when you choose to be that energetic spark in the world, that person who brings people out of their bubble and into a life of energy and into a life of excitement and connection and vulnerability and authentic connection, they are going to love you for that. They are. But it all starts with believing that people are good and being open yourself and just being alive in your environment, not being closed off, not being trapped in your headphones, not making people feel like you can't be talked to, and not talking to other people. So double not. You have to be open, man. It's that simple. At the end of the day, you need to be open to the people around you. And when you do that, you will make connections over time. Everyone that you meet is not going to be your best friend, obviously not. But as you go through that process of constantly making new connections, that will innately, over time, bring in people who you want to get closer to, people who you can truly vibe with and connect with and choose to bring deeper into your circle of close friends and just slowly integrate them deeper into your life. But anyways, that is the video for today. I hope y'all enjoyed that and got some value out of it. I heard about that story, the proverb that I mentioned earlier in this video a couple years back, and it completely just switched my mindset. So there's definitely power within that. We get out of this world what we are searching for. If you expect to see negative people and selfish people and angry people and so on, that is what you are going to find in the world. But if you expect the world to give you selfless people and positive people and happy people and ambitious people and supportive people, that is what you are going to find. It's all about you. You are the foundation. I say that all the time, but it applies to every area of life. But anyways, never forget that consistency creates kings. And if you are not consistent in the areas of your life that matter the most to you, then you are not going to see results. I love y'all. Wish y'all the best. Keep grinding. Peace out.